Let's get start demo first of external source debugging. So here I just create a application, web API applications, and which have external source dependency. So let's quickly run. Let's start hit this endpoint, post endpoint hotel, which is creating the hotel. So try out, and once I execute, so it will reach in our uh, endpoint, right? So in here, see, this is a external business layer which is a dependent in this web API, right? And this is a simply I added in a package. So once I added a package, so if I go to F10 or just go to F11, right? So automatically then all whatever dependency, external source dependency, it will reload all that pvd file and go to that that code, right? And see over here you are able to see whatever that external dependency have, that code, existing code we can see, and we can easily debug. And also if our if you observe here, see, this is external dependency which have another external dependency like business domain to our domain, business to our domain, right? So this another domain external dependency which also we can debug it easily. Once I have f12 or f11, you are able to see it is going to that domain layer, and we are easily get to that whatever we have request and whatever the response we can easily to see over here, right? So this will be easily actually we can do in our Visual Studio 2022, so that we will achieve in this session. So let's get start. So before we start, I'm especially recommend if you first time visit my channel, so go to my channel. So this is my channel, .NET Real World Example, and you can see many other stuff. As a full stack developer, you can learn many things like AI things, and also if you want to see clean architecture, if you want to learn MVC, and many things as a full stack developer. So you can just go through and check out, right? So let's start. So let me close everything first and start from the scratch. So let me create a new application, a web API application, where we will use our external dependencies. So create a new project, and here what I will do, simply I just choose an web API applications. Whatever application you can use it, that is fine, but yeah, I'll show you in a real world example, so that's why I use web API. Next, and then make it a name, web API debugging, and then changes to over here the project, right? And then next, and simply create applications. Now your application got created. Also the all that packages, whatever external packages by default whatever we have, they will actually just uh, reload it over here. So what need to do first, if you go controller, you will see this is a weather forecast controller, right? So see here, just simple template, and here is what they tend to do, they using an enumerable, right? And there is the extension method. So this extension method actually coming from, if you go to this method, so see, once I go to this method, see, just we can see that whatever that the signature, so that we can see whatever real implementation in this range method we don't know, so that is implement in this external source, that is called this system.link, right? So first I'll show you how we can debug that all that external resource which is predefined in our web applications, right? Web API application. After that we will create our own uh, external source, and we'll add in this project, and then we'll show you again how we can debug that. Okay, so first let me start for this guy. What you need to do first, actually you have to install Visual Studio 2022, which I have already installed. This is a Visual Studio 2022. So now see, you can see over here I am using that version 7010, but yeah, whatever stable version of that without preview also it's working fine. Visual Studio 2022, it is a new feature over here, right? So close that, and then what you need to do, go to the debug section, go to that option section, and here if you go to this section, this is that, right, debugging section, and inside this is a journal section. So in this journal section you are able to see by default it could be enable this guy, right? But by default it should be checked. So if you want to debug for external resource without load any pvd file and all, so what you need to do, you simply uncheck this, right, as like this. So previously it was there like that, right? So what you need to do, first step, you have to just uncheck that. This is first step, and just okay. Okay, this is first step. Now go again to that option, debug and options, and here you are able to go see another option, that is a symbol, right? So if you click that symbol, now what you need to do, first time you are able to see there's a uncheck, right? So you have to just check these two things. What does mean these two things? Actually, whatever from that NuGet package, whatever we use in our in this application, so that also you are able to debug easily, as well as that server things as well, like whatever DLL we are trying to use, that also we can use. So that's why you can just both check over here. And then one more thing, actually you have to do that, like see this, I just mentioned about that path where actually all that symbol will be load and download, right? So just make it whatever path name, you can just make it over here, like C drive or D drive, whatever drive, you can just make it over here, so that whatever PBD file will be generated automatically, they will download over here, right? And then another things over here, see, I just check out this guy, right? I select this guy, load only specify module. Why I'm using this guy? Because see, if I use this guy, so that means whatever all that external dependency we have on this application, it will take time. It could be a performance issue, right? So that's why it's better use that load only specific module, so that you can just use whatever external resource you want, you can just use it. And once you click, you can specify as well whatever that external. So we don't need to do that. I'll show you how we can easily do that. Okay, so close that everything. So these are setting you have to do done that. Once you're done, let me close that, and now let me simply run. So before run, go to that controller in here, and simply here just put the debugger point, okay, and run this application. So once you run, now see, this is our running our application, right? And once I hit this endpoint, go to that, click that, and just simply where is try out. So yeah, here is the try out and execute. Once I try out and execute, once your debugger point over here, so see, if you're trying to do by default, if try to do F11, so see, this is I'm just clicking F11 and also F11. Once I click the F11, directly is bound to this system.linq file, right? Which is actually loaded. Okay, how we can make sure it is loaded, right? Because see, that enumerable class is getting over here, right, downloading that symbol, and also whatever that implementation, that also we can able to see easily over here, right, directly, because this range method we are trying to use in our controller over here. So directly once I press F11, it land to that, actually load it to that, and we can able to see. Even also if you expand that guy on over here, see this, here actually it is saying system.linq actually already external resource, right? So once you expand, if you see all that symbol actually predefined loaded using this those setting what we have done, right? So that setting is a very important. Once you're done, you don't need to think about, okay, we have to just copy the pvd file and paste it over inside this location and all. You don't need to require that. Also you can make sure, go to that debug section, and in this debug section go to that windows, and in this windows you are able to see this module. So once you click that modules, see this is the module section. So what does mean this modules means whatever actually your external resource and all, actually the dependent on this application, the all that modules actually preloaded over here. And also there is options, actually it will shows like whatever the files, whatever the DLLs, and what are that symbol files actually loaded over here. So if you see over here, let me quickly close that. So see, only this symbol is loaded for this by default whatever our application, right? So this is our main application, so that symbol is loading. That means we are able to debugging inside this file, right? But if you see over here this guy, right? So this is a system.link you with that that method we just F12. So once I F12 this system.link you, it is already loaded that symbol. See, they downloading that symbol inside this whatever path I just given there, right? C and symbols. After that, whatever that PVD file is required, they automatically downloading inside that, and then we are easily to debug over here. So all except these two files, right? You are not able to see any other symbols because that is not loaded, right? We can't debug our other files, but yeah, if you want, we can easily do that, right? So that is fine, right? So let me quickly F12 continue over there and go back to over here. So now this is the way actually you can just simply debug, right? There's another way also I will show you. For example, uh if you here, right? So let me, for example, I want to debug some other external resource, right? So let me just check what I can do that over here. Yeah, so for example, this system collection, right? So this system collection also is not loaded. So what I can do, simply right click on that system collection, and there just should be a option of the load symbol. So once I click the load symbol, see, it's automatically load the symbol of this particular collection as well. So we can now easily debug in this system.collection as well without anything required, right? So that is the beauty of that, to Visual Studio 2022, we can easily now debug external resource. And yeah, there's a another way also. If you just get that solution explorer again, let me come that solution explorer. Yeah, so on this solution explorer, see, I just two external resource, I just using that over here, I load the symbol. So whatever symbol I will load, so those are populated inside this here. That means we can debug, inside this code, these two libraries or these two resource, right? And there are many others as well over here. See, there's a many whatever the dependencies over here, I can able to see directly over here. So if you want to others also, so you can using this way also. Like for example, I'll just take the system.json, right? So right click on that and load symbol. Once you load the symbol, see, it is just removed from here and go to top on this, external resource. So whatever, I'll just load the symbol, that means the symbol is loaded on that particular location which I prefer, right? And now I can easily debug whatever others method include this external resource. I can easily debug and we can check it, okay, what is that problem and all, right? So like that we can just debug easily, right? And also now I'll show you over here also, you can just check it for that system dot text, right? So yeah, this is system dot text json. See, this is loaded, right? Because I forcefully load it over here. So once you load it, now easily I can debug, right? So like that we can easily debug. This is fine. And now what I will do, another session, I'll another things I'll show you. Like for example, these are the preloaded external resource, right? These applications I have, right? But what I will do, I will just let me show you. I have just created, another two library is another solution, right? Which have, two library, for example, business and domain, right? So I'll just created a package over there, this two package, like for example, domain package, and domain package actually dependent in this business layer, right? So I'll just adding this domain package to our business logic, and then business package, actually once I generate the package of the business package, that will add in this web API application, and then we will try to debug, right? So before debug, I'll show you what we have. So if you see over here, this domain layer nothing, I just create a, this I hotel repository which will just passing that data and it will add it, right? And also there is a implementation. This is a very simple implementation. I use that in memory list, right? And this in memory list, whatever data will coming, will just add it inside this in memory list. And then whatever that NuGet package will be created, we'll add it over here. And in this what we have do over here, we'll just created a service, right? And this service also just simply nothing except that from that UI view model. And in this UI view model, what will do, it will call to, domain layer. And in this domain layer, it will just, pass it that model, convert this model to domain entity, and pass it, call it to domain HTTP hotel repository, and add it over here, right? It is simple as like we using the traditional architecture. So that all we have done. So what I will do, simply just uh, create a package, right? So let me create a package over here, build. So once I build, or let me just build it, rebuild. So once I rebuild, so both our package will be done, right? So go to this section. If you go to here, open that solution explorer, right? And go to that bin, debug. Now we are able to see this is my latest package has been generated, right? So this is that package. I'll just use this package, copy this package, and actually I just create a one package folder. For example, in my here, okay, look for as a folder, manual NuGet package. So go to this package. Now see, this is a package folder, right? So simply I'll just remove all that package, okay, so for that no confusion, because I already we have done. So let me simply paste it. So see, this is my domain package which I just created. Now go to again the Visual Studio over here for that class library project solution, and here what I will do, this domain package has been done. So what I will do, I simply add in here that package. So how we can add, simply I can go to that here, and I can point out actually just whatever I folder I just created, right? So if I'll show you, let me go to the settings, and here see, this is that manual package folder I just created. I just pasted over here whatever I package, right? So once I added this package inside this folder, definitely I will get over here. So this is that package I just get it, right? So once I refresh this package, so whatever new package I just get it, see, this is a new package. So I just choose that new package and update it, right? So let me quickly install, and that package actually add it over here as a reference, and now we can use it. See, now package is over here, or whatever the dependencies over here, that package I have that. And finally what I will do, simply again I'll just rebuild this business layer as well, so that I can create another package. Let me quickly rebuild. So see, I just rebuild and go back to over here, go to that class library project, go to that business layer, bin folder, debug folder, and here you will get that latest package would be 354, right? Yeah, this guy. So copy this business layer, and again go to that manual folder, paste it over here, right? And now we will point out our web API to this business layer, right? So go to that our web API project. So this is my web API project, right? And what I will do is simply first let me stop that, and go to that, right click on that project, manual, manage NuGet package, and here what I will do, simply I just choose our this source, package source, where I will just coming. So I'll just getting from here, and here this two package available because I just added two packages. But yeah, this business actually already is dependent the domain, so I don't need to require two package in this project. But yeah, well, what I will do, simply I just added this business package over here. So simply install that guy and apply that, and now we are good to go to start our implementation over here. So what I will do, simply I'll just added a new controller over here and will implement quickly. So let me add and just add it. This controller name is a hotel controller, right? So let me add it over here. So now what I will do, simply I just already added that guy, right? So that package already added in here, that business package I did. But yeah, they have a dependency for you know business to domain, so already we have. So what I will do, simply let me create a constructor, and in this constructor I will just inject that package. So what is my package over here, service. So I hotel service. So see, this is my I hotel service, get it for that. And simply I will just create a constructor injection over here and inject that no, iService. And don't worry about that, whatever injection I just created over here, I'll resolve a dependency, because my library already have a that extension method, we can resolve the dependency. So let me quickly implement. So here simply I'll just create one HTTP method, right? Post HTTP method. So see, I have just created an HTTP method which I just using, see, business layer coming that on a hotel model, right? hotel model I just prefer over here. And that HTTP service has this add method, and this add method actually passes that, and then this inside this business logic business layer, they will call that domain layer, right? And then get the result, right? Simply save it, right? And once you save, and simply put the debug point, and once I run this application, right, once I run this application, definitely I will get some error. So I'll show you for error, then I'll fix it, and then we'll debug. Now see again, just load it for that, that window over here, how we can load it. Go to the debug windows, go to that modules. Once you go to the modules, check it over here, like whatever this business logic, right? So that is loaded or not. So business, see, once I load it over here, by default it is loading, right? Because I think previously I just loaded, that's why. But yeah, if you do first time, definitely it will not load it. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, if you see it is not loaded, simply what you will do, right click on that, right? Simply you can just right click on here, and you are able to see once if it is not loaded, so it will appearing, and there is an option like load assembly. So if it is not loaded, so you can just simply load it, and if it is loaded, so that means that option will be not appearing over here, right? So that is fine, right? So once you load it, right, so what I will do, simply just hit that breakpoint over here and try out and execute. Once I execute, see, I'm just getting one error. That is expected actually. See, I using that I hotel service, but I have not resolved. So what I will do, I simply resolve this dependency, go to that program.cs file, and here builder dot service dot registered. See, the business registered over here. This is extension method, similar for that domain as well. So let me quickly service dot domain one, simply registered, and that's it. Okay, these two things actually I have to register, because I am, my library has a all the dependencies extension we have to create it. So once I resolve the dependency, there's a good to go. Okay, simply run again and try it and execute, and it is reaching over here. So go to here. Now see, it will reaching over here. Now if you press F12, it will go to C, it will landing this business layer, right? So this is the business layer, and whatever the implementation, see, this is my implementation, it will reach over there. And once we have F12, yeah, see, once again, see, it is another external resource, right, in this business layer, that is a domain layer. So they asking, okay, do you want to actually load this assembly automatically, right? So yes, I want to load this assembly automatically. Once we s and once we F12, now see, this assembly also got loaded, right? And you are see this domain layer repository implementation also you are able to see, and you are just F12, and just also see this another dependency, like I just using in memory, and that this is a default if empty is method coming from that another external dependency. So if you click that F12, it will go to this. See, this is going to this implementation as well, default if empty. Where is it is getting over here, it is coming from system.linQ method, and this is that partial class, right, enumerable class, and this is that method. So you can just n number of whatever that external source, all that external source you can, without without any load symbol and all for manual process, you can just debug easily. So that is a beauty actually. So quickly continue, right? And now see, I'm getting the result. It is perfectly fine. So now this is the way actually you can debug your application, like external resource in your applications. That's why I just created that library and all, and injected over here, right? So that's all for this session, and thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.